really do help, and it's gonna help them grow even taller and make the tomatoes become even more juicier. Hello, welcome to Inspire Me Garden. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. For those who have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, like, and comment. In today's video, we are going to talk about tomatoes. So here I planted some tomatoes. We have about 1, 2, 3, and I planted them in a container like gardening. So it's in a wooded container. I guess that's what they call it. But anyways, so I am going to demonstrate how to trim these tomatoes, because trimming is very important for the tomatoes in order for them to thrive. So as you can see right here, the tomato is already putting flowers. When you start seeing your tomatoes putting flowers, this is a sign that tomatoes are beginning to form. Come over here, I can show you right here. As you can see, it could be from flower to a tomato. So I want to go ahead and prune these tomatoes so that they can thrive, and the more you prune, your tomatoes are going to be big and nice and juicy. And so here we are. You want to start at the base. When you're pruning your tomatoes, we are going to start at the base of the tomatoes, and you want to make sure what branch are you going to prune. You don't want to cut off the part that has flowers. So let's start at the base. Right here you can see we have a couple of these. Like right here, there's 2 of these. So when we prune, we have to cut off this part, and I'm gonna cut off this section. You want to literally trim the bottom. So this particular one we have here, we have another branch here. This branch is so huge, and I want to confirm if it's going to put flowers or not, and I'm just gonna trim that off because that is not needed here. And when you're trimming, you want to get close as you can to the branch, the main branch. Okay, so trim that part, and we're gonna work our way here. Over here we have another one. Cut that off, and there's so many that we need to actually prune. It's very beneficial for your tomato to prune them. You can come on this side, and over here, as you can see, like this one right here, we can prune this part off. This is another branch. We can't cut this part off because it's gonna put flowers. But on the bottom, I'm gonna start here and just prune this bottom, and this need to go in here. So I need to gently put it back in here, gently, so to avoid breaking it. This sometimes can be challenging, and if you're not able to put it back in, we can always tie. We can always put a tie right here. So I've pruned that. I'm gonna cut this part off too. That's done. Then we work our way this way. You can tell which ones need pruning, but I'm just working my way up. I don't want to start at the top. Prune this part off, and I think this one is good. This one is good. And another thing that I've just noticed here, which is not good for your plant, is you can see this tomato is leaning against this tomato stand, and when it gets hot, it will burn your tomato. So we want to be careful with this, okay? We want to redirect this tomato upward like this, so we can kind of take off the pressure. And I'm just gonna go ahead and trim that off because we don't need that part. And trim this off. This one really needs a lot of pruning just because there is so many of them in one area. I'm gonna prune this part. So as you can see, it has opened up. It's not as bushy as it was before, and you don't want to prune too much in one day. You want to prune a little bit so that the plant can adjust to the new what do you call it, new changes. So we'll just do that one. We're gonna move on to this one. This is another one here. They're doing great. You see there's tomatoes here coming along. I'm so excited. But I'm gonna get in here and I'm going to prune some more. So we wanna prune some more. All right, guys, so I've pruned that one, and you can see this other ones I delayed in pruning. There's so much delay, like technically all these parts were supposed to be pruned, and so even the tiny branches you can see right here, and let me explain this part right here. You can see right here, this is another growth that is growing, so you want to prune the whole thing. Really, basically you want to remove all that. So all this is supposed to be cut out so that the tomato can have the strength to get taller and produce more tomatoes at the top. And okay, so I'm gonna continue and prune the rest of these tomatoes. For example, here, gonna prune this. So pruning really do help, and it's gonna help them grow even taller and make the tomatoes become even more juicier. And so yes, thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more gardening tips. And please go ahead and comment below what plants or vegetables you would like for me to show you guys and demonstrate to you guys, and any tips that you would like for me to share. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed day.